Preparation ahead of the storm takes a lot of planning. You'll need to know where to go if you need to evacuate and what to bring. Rural populations are most vulnerable to severe weather threats, especially those who live in mobile homes. It's important for them to know where the nearest shelter is.
And unfortunately, there are some people that have absolutely nowhere to go, and that is an issue that I feel needs to be addressed.
And Dr. Cece did address that by creating his Find Your Tornado Shelter project.
And I couldn't see any that were identifiable online through searching that affect the entire country, so I just decided I would start one myself, and it has grown dramatically over the last couple years, especially the last year.
Dr. Cece has an estimate of about 1,800 tornado shelters across the U.S. that he's mapped out. While that number may seem high, it's still not enough.
It was something I started about 2 years ago with identifying tornado shelters, all because of some of the work that came through my PhD dissertation and some of the lessons that I learned from it, including surveys that suggest that if people knew that there were shelters nearby, they would go to a website or an app to find them.
For our viewers in the Florida parishes in southwest Mississippi, their closest shelter options are in Adams County and Pike County, Mississippi.
The Adams County Safe Room could hold up to 900 people. And once it is open as a shelter, we have the necessities such as when Red Cross help us, we have Red Cross bags. Transportation to and from a shelter is still an issue for those without cars, but resources are available for them to get to a shelter.
We hadn't seen a situation yet where people couldn't get to a safe room because, it's all hands on deck approach, whether it's fire, police, county workers, city workers, us personally. If you need a ride to a safe room, we're gonna make sure you get there.
Even with help, people still have to make it out in time.
One of the challenges is the average warning time for tornado. You get a lead time of about 12, 13 minutes. That's not a lot of time. So you have to do a lot of very quick planning if you wait right till there's a tornado warning.
One national warning system is used frequently in Natchez, Mississippi to help residents stay informed of what's going on or could occur.
Code Red weather warning system is to alert residents in the Adams County, the Natchez Adams County area. So I usually send out those messages hours.
Sometimes guidance is needed in helping people know how to either shelter in place or evacuate to a safe place.
We do public drills and exercises to help the public be aware that A, can be emergencies, and B, they need to be thinking about their safe place, as it were, and if one were to occur, what would they do?
If residents decide to go to a shelter, they need to have these important items with them.
Medicine is the key thing to have. I would say pillows, blankets. I would say documents such as birth certificates, social security cards, anything, driving license, IDs, just in case if it's a tornado and you go back and there's nothing left. At least you can have your documents.
Lack of pet-friendly shelters in someone's area may prevent them from wanting to evacuate.
I noticed in my dissertation survey, many people were hesitant to go to shelters, largely because they felt that their pets needed protection too, and they didn't want to leave them behind. So it is a tough balancing act that needs to be considered.
Animals can be brought to the Adams County Safe Room, but they have to be in a kennel. Planning ahead of time, knowing your safe place or where your nearby shelter is, and how to receive warnings are all essential in prepping for severe weather.
So in my opinion, you can't really put a price on how valuable a shelter is when a crisis hits.
Knowing where to go in the event of a tornado warning is important, but it is also very important to have a readily available certain safety items in your safe spot if you have to take cover. Now, FEMA recommends having your own food, water, and other supplies to last for at least 72 hours. Make sure that your emergency kit is continuously stocked. Most items are inexpensive and easy to find, and any one of them could end up saving your life. Once you take a look at the basic items, consider what unique needs your family might have, such as supplies for your pets and/or seniors. Here are a few items that you will need in your Safe Spot kit. An air horn to alert rescuers where you are located. fresh batteries for using in both your flashlight and your emergency weather radio. Boots or work shoes are also very helpful after a tornado due to the amount of damage and the nails that could cause injury to your feet. A supply of food or snacks along with water will keep you from dehydration, especially if water and utility services are not available. One of the last safety items that is very important and critical is this: simply a bicycle or football helmet. Everyone in your safe spot should have a helmet to protect their heads from flying debris. In fact, most fatalities in tornadoes are a direct result of severe head injuries and trauma. Whenever severe weather is possible, it is important to stay up to date with the latest forecast and remain weather aware.
Make sure to stay connected with our Storm Tracker team forecasts on air and online at brproud.com, and tune in to live coverage when weather warnings are issued.
And as we go deeper into severe weather season, make sure to have a plan in place for you and your loved ones to stay safe and to stay ahead of the storm.